I'm the star, bitch, it's my move.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Build Something TV. What's going on, Wingnuts? What's happening? Well, you know the Lincoln Town Car with the headlight situation? Well, the other one blew out. Here's a clip. Crap. Bad. So, let's go and let it sit overnight, and hopefully it may dry out. Next morning, we got the condensation out of the headlight. Like I said, I put it on the heater. I took the back off and everything on both sides and took the bulbs out and let them hang and put them in the heater. All right, condensation is gone, but it'll be back. But it's gone for now. And the headlight works. You know, the condensation got into it and, you know, snapped the bulb, and then I had to, you know, let it sit on the heater. I just did it overnight. It didn't have to be overnight, but I just let it sit overnight and got to that also. Man, we got engines all around here. Engines everywhere. Engines everywhere. You know, the Lincoln Town Car suspension is a little bad. It's getting worse and getting worse. Remember, it's a car that was sitting for a couple of years, and I just jumped in it and started to drive it with the bad transmission and everything. So I started to look at the suspension and crap like that. So let's go ahead and check that out. Suspension is a little bit sloppy, starting to get sloppy. It was good in the beginning, but now with 200 miles every single day, potholes, highway driving, cornering, turning, it's starting to wear down on the old bushings. So now we have a situation where I do need struts, that side and that side. You really can't see it on the camera, but it's definitely dancing, because compared to my 08 Crown Victoria over there, that car, when you hit it, that's it. See? This one here gives a little, like 2 or 3 bumps. That's no good. So we definitely need that. Now we also need the upper arms on both sides, because in the last video when I was doing the brakes, this side bushings were terrible because most of the potholes are on that side and they've been hitting. So I definitely need to do that and get that done quickly as possible. Now also too, I need a steering rack situation, because one of the boots on that side right there, you probably can't see it, but it's ripped. And you can start to see there's fluid. The rack is a little bit moist with a little bit of this juice and fluid that has been on there. So I definitely got to change that rack in time, or I may change it when I change everything. So now go back in the garage, and we're going to talk about some other stuff and do some measurements on this engine here. This is a 4.6 that we took the trans, and it's inside the Lincoln right now. If I had the money and the space at the time that the trans went, I would have took this engine and put the trans in it, or put the engine and the trans together, I should say, you know, and slap that mug right in the Lincoln, because I do want the Interceptor engine in there, because I have a hidden plan. So I do have another 4.6 here too, and then I've still got the 5.4 over there also. So we're going to do some measurements right now on this motor here. Get the measurements. I mean, I don't know if this place is a fucking mess. So anyway, I think I'm gonna come over here with it from this tipping point here and this tipping point over here. And it's, I wanna say 26 inches. Let's say 27 to give it a little bit more room. From tip to tip. Me and my son, basically my son started it. Well, he took the engine out. It was not the ideal way to take an engine out. But, you know, you just let them do what they do, man. So he took the engine out, no problem, no big deal. But as I was looking at it, I was like, man, from here to here, it looks like it has enough room. So we're going to go ahead and measure from there to there. And we're going to give it estimated amount, somewhere around. So let's say it's somewhere around 33. Let's say it's around 33. So this engine can actually fit inside this car. Now, would I do it? Fuck no. I would not do it. Who wants to wire up one of these engines? There is no diagram or nothing out there that shows you a way to wire this thing up. There is a wiring kit for like $600 something. Plus I got the Maverick to deal with and all of that stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's ideal. I can find this motor quicker than any 302 in the world. But in the world of horsepower to weight ratio and all of that stuff, this won't be the ideal motor. As smooth as can be, revs nice. I wouldn't bother with it. But I'm just letting you know and letting you guys know that it does fit. I'm starting to get real mixed reviews about this 5.4. I got a lot of people battling me saying that the 5.4 is really a waste of fucking time. I'm starting to believe him a little bit. A little bit. Cool swap to say, hey, y'all got a 5.4, and I still do believe in my 5.4 theory of muscle car motors. But in the end, you have the torque, but you don't really have, I don't know. That is why I wish I had a little bit more money. I will build 2 identical cars, tuned, gearing the same, and then work it out. That will be more ideal for me to really see which one is better, which one feels fun to drive versus the other one. That's what I wish I did. You know, but money and everything and life and everything is it's just tough to even fathom something like that. I wish I could, and I can do it, but I will leave myself no wiggle room for life. So I sat down and I sat down and I sat down and I tried to figure this out. And the proper way to do this is do that Patreon page. A few people told me to do this, but I remember I was like, I don't know about that, you know, but I'm trying to figure out what can I provide for those who spend $1 and more monthly to give them exclusive video content. I mean exclusive. YouTube don't have it, nobody else have it, because I don't have a Facebook, I don't have this, I don't have that, just for those viewing. It's going to be probably another year before I figure that out, because I need to know everything. I want to have all the video down, ready to go. That's what I want to do, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. But I have to go back out to this link and jack this up and really figure this out, because it's starting to bother me. Like, what is really going on with this link, and why is the suspension all wacky and everything? I mean, I'm in the beginning of this video, you see me guessing. So I'm gonna jack this thing up and really figure out what is wrong. Now, the inner tie rod seems good, but if I'm gonna change the inner, I will change the outer. As you can see, the tear inside the boot. And I was thinking it was like, see that bushing in the back? I was thinking I may need one of those also, because it's making a rumbling noise underneath when I turn. So, you know, I may change that also, or I'm going to kind of look at it in a few minutes and really see if it's that. This sway bar, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put in a little beefier one from a Interceptor. So I will definitely take that out. Look at the hose is exposed right now. That's not a good look. It can rub and rub and rub on something. Eventually that will pop, and I know that. And as you can see, fluid here is leaking, so I do need a rack and pinion also. You know, so that's what I was saying as far as, you know, needing a rack. I probably need one. You know, you can see the little dirt on that side, so, you know, there is some leakage somewhere. I really don't know how to read this one. You know, I mean, do I have to get all the parts? It's going to be a tough call. Tough call. I don't know. We'll see how the money goes, but I have to figure this out quickly. Just don't know what to do. I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I really need a lift to really sit and figure out. On this cold ground, it's just not the move, and that would deter me from doing a lot of stuff. The weather. And that is the bushing I was telling you about. See how it's just ate up? So that is what has to come out. And I figured out that one of the struts is sagging. This side is a little bit more down, along with that little bit of ball joint movement I seen on the wheel. I checked the video out, and it is moving. You know what I mean? So definitely need tie rod ends. Definitely need a rack and pinion. You know, this what comes with buying used shit anyway. So we're just gonna get all that going on. And that Patreon page, oh my gosh, that'll be another year from now. But I don't feel good doing it, but I'm gonna have some solid content on there. Gotta figure that thing out. Maybe you guys know, y'all can help me out and figure out how I can do that, so it, just only you guys be able to see that content. So we'll definitely work that out. So see you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to get my part list going. God dang. Shit, man. God dang. It's just crazy, man. See you guys.